I left a comment, Writers Guild of America, and Vince Gilligan was on there, and he was talking about, you know, he wanted less anti-heroes and he wanted more like just regular heroes. Sorry about that. I should have done that before I started recording. You know, I'm here to remind you of something. Okay, and I don't care who's listening, because I'm getting into the comments. I'm like, I'm leaving a comment, right? It's like a fart in a hurricane. Leaving a comment online. It's a fart in a hurricane. And trust me, I know why people of renown, they leave their comment section open. I know why. But anyways, I want to remind you of something. This is why Breaking Bad was successful. Okay? As for the comment section, the Writers Guild of America that I left, you know, when Vince Gilligan he made a speech. Okay? Just put it up. Okay? It's because he was the everyman. And the everyman had to rise up out of his comfort zone to become the hero. And then sometimes, because nothing is black and white, sometimes the hero can become a villain as well, right? You're in one village's hero is the other village's villain. We know that. We all know that, right? The man who would be king. Yeah. See, people like to quote scenes from Scarface. Of course, it's a great film. It's brilliant. It was groundbreaking. It really was. And people quote it all the time. You know, say hello to my little friends, and I'm the bad guy. Right? But let me explain the scene to you. In case you're so thick, you want to go around with a t-shirt on, you don't even know what you're talking about. I know I'm a little hyped up. I drink good coffee. What do you want? I do. I come across angry. Like in real life, I'm all goofy and I'm going to explain to you what that scene is about. I just explained Walter White to you. He is the everyman, the regular man. He has to rise up out of his social strata and do what he has to do. And ultimately, who's it for? At least his old lady was on his side, unlike mine in real life. Trying to set me up, steal my work. That's some nasty business. So everybody talks about Scarface. The whole point. Now, we all know what the cool restaurants are. They're in the paper, right? You know, we read about them, we hear about them. Oh, I went to Andiamo's. That's my mom and Anthony in Michigan with the Warren Tattoo Crew. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, that's what I call them, Warren Tattoo Crew. Okay, it was Andiamo's. That's where they want to go. You go dinner, you go dancing. When Michael Franchise goes to Detroit, he goes to Andiamo's. That's where they go. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're a black, white, eye tie, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. You go to Andiamo's. That's Warren Tattoo Crew place to go. Right? So it's very nice, and you get dressed up. And you see people from all social stratas. But the whole point is that, you know, when you flip through the paper, you see Andiamo's. Oh, yeah, we got to go there. Oh, yeah. Everybody's going there. Oh, did you hear? Oh, Franchise was there, you know, selling his wine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's just like Scarface. Scarface, whatever, the character. He did what he had to do, right? We all know that. You know where I'm staying right now? Tiny homes. You know what I'm saying? Libertà, libertà, libertà. You see that scene? That's where I'm staying. That's where I'm staying. I do that too much, sorry. I'm trying to make a point. Yeah, sure are. That's where I'm staying. Tiny homes. Looks like libertà, libertà. Looks just like that scene. Absolutely. So when Scarface goes to a restaurant, he's been there before. He's been there before. He's got the wife, you know, who's polluted down below. She's polluted like my wife. Polluted. You know, can only have a toilet baby. Congratulations. Okay. He finally, you know, he's been there before. Like, it doesn't matter. Everyone wants to say, oh, you went to this nice restaurant. He's been there before. Do you understand? He's brought his wife, he brought his, friends, whatever. But he realized that, yeah, he's in the nicest restaurant, but they fucking hate him. You understand? I understand that. Yeah, you might lift yourself up out of your social strata. Look at me right now. Look at me, man. You might lift yourself up out of your social strata. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You are what they say you are. Is that right? You are what they say you are. And he went there. It's what you don't understand. Go ahead, check the source. He went to that restaurant all the time. He was pleasant as punch. He said hello. He did all the right things. But in that scene, they can't show you the prequel, the other times that he went to that restaurant. Fuck a Walter White. They can't tell you the other times he went to the restaurant because he did. He did everything right. And he never, see a little, he had to do what he had to do. And he got there. Right? And he was pleasant as punch. He was a gentleman. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter to those people. And he finally came to that realization. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm into language like Hebrew and Greek. And in Hebrew, like I said, two things can be true. The word for wine is truth, isn't it? The word for wine is truth. Because sometimes you drink a little bit too much and you run your mouth and you say things that maybe you had thought about, right? We're not talking about some stupid drunk running around here, crapping his pants and saying all kinds of crazy stuff. Right? Gotta be careful what you put in there. Circumcision of the ear. Oh yeah. All throughout history. I got to do a separate one on that. Right? That's what was great about Walter White. Because he was the everyman. And just like Scarface, he reached a certain point. He's like, holy shit, man. I'm the bad guy. And then he adopted that persona. When I left Detroit in 1992, I didn't do much. But I read one thing. Joseph Campbell's Hero with 1,000 Faces. That's what I did in 1992 after I left Detroit as well. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Cheers.